Now, we're eating good tonight. I'm Marie Kanker. I'm coming all the way back from season 1. Back on season 1, I was the lip sync assassin of the season. Another of my feats is winning the Rusical, and I should have won Snatch Game. And I was going strong until I was cut just short of the finale against Zoroark. I mean, I think I won that lip sync, but it's alright. I also made a mistake in liking Zoroark at the time, so I'm not bitter. Get ready for solid performances, a lot of shade, and a whole new runway package. Let chaos reign, because Marie Kanker is in the house.
I'm not just fierce, I'm royalty. I'm Blaze the cat, the princess from another dimension. Back on season, I was one of the strongest queens. Not to brag, but 3 wins, and beating Yang Xiao Long in a lip sync is not an easy task. I'm a dancer, full of grace and poise. I'm here to bring delight and maybe win a crown on the way. I'm here to show how far I've come and make a lot of new friends. I got so focused on the competition last time, I didn't have as much fun as I could have. And I don't want that to happen this time. So, bring on the all-stars, I need to know who I need to beat.
Marie welcomes Blaze to the workroom. Blaze says the new workroom is nice, Marie agrees. Blaze asks Marie how she's been since season 1. Marie says she's been busy running the trailer park venue, and she says it's a good opportunity to work on her day in and out. Blaze says that's nice. There's a moment of silence, and Marie asks what Blaze thinks. Blaze says she doesn't think anything. Marie says Blaze didn't seem all that thrilled in her response. Blaze says she's just been to a lot of venues, and after a certain amount of time it's just talking about work. Blaze tells Marie that she went to France to tour, and she went in so many bars she can't really name them. Marie admits she doesn't get out as much since she's working the venue, and Blaze says she should come to her dimension to perform.
I've never heard of the trailer park venue, and I've toured in Peach Creek before. I think it might be time to hang up the grudge against the Eds and just go out and meet your fans.
This cyber angel is no illusion. I'm Aelita Stones, the cyber angel from Caddick. This is my 3rd time competing, so you know what they say, 3rd time's the charm. Back on season 1, I actually was the pork chop. But I got to work once I left, and Blaney brought me back for season 2. On season 2, I was a lot more precise. I won challenges, and I held my own throughout. I even lip-synced my way to be the runner-up of the season. And now I'm back here, to once again show what Blaney saw in me from the beginning.
Oh, that's Aelita. Last time on season 2, we fought a lot.
Blaze and Aelita make eye contact from across the room.
But that was a long time ago.
Aelita runs up and hugs Blaze. Aelita says it's so good to see Blaze again. Blaze agrees. Marie asks Aelita how she's been. Aelita says she's good, she's been meaning to tour in Peach Creek, but she likes to stay close to home. Marie says she needs to get out and see her sometime. Aelita asks who they think got the calls. Marie says she better leave it a surprise. Blaze asks her if she knows someone coming. Marie just smiles and doesn't respond.
Now Aelita has come a long way since season 1, and she looks the part. But I haven't decided if she'll be competition yet. I better keep close to her for now, because maybe she'll want to work with her season 1 sisters too.
We all know who's taking this crown. I'm Julie. I was a finalist back on season 2. I had the jokes, the charisma, the best makeover of the season. I was a powerhouse, and I still am. That crown was mine to lose, until I lost. I love Blake, but I do not like losing. It's not the Subterra fantasy, so I'm back. And I'm ready to make yet another swing for the fences. Expect high-quality drag from me, comedy, acting, performance. I'm a triple threat. And these queens better not forget it, because I'm not coming in last.
Julie screams and runs over to hug Blaze and Aelita. Julie says it's so good to see them. She then turns to Marie. Marie and her shake hands, and Julie says it's about time they met. Marie said she wasn't sure Julie would like her, she is after all a lip-sync assassin. Julie says you bitch, and the queens laugh.
It's all smiles right now, but don't get it twisted. These queens are well aware of the fact that I'm competition. But that's fine, because I like being the one on top.
Am I surprised to see Julie? No. Do I think Julie's fun? Yes. I think we'll be good friends when this is all over. Do I want her on my season? Hell no. I'm here to win this crown, not make friends. If I get the chance, well, you know what I mean.
Don't you dare underestimate me. I'm Keith, I'm the runner-up of Season 3. I was one of the strongest on my season, with only the slight caveat that I was competing against Lee Kanker. In the end, we were one of the closest top 2s in all of Toon Madness, and Lee walked away with the crown. I'm a seamstress, I'm a lip-syncer, and I am overall put together. This is my season to win, and I'm going to do what it takes to do it.
Keith walks over and greets the other queens. Aelita says another finalist. Marie says she can't relate. Julie says, that was then, but All Stars is a whole different game. Keith says he's ready for anything. Marie says she hopes it won't bring up any bad memories when he loses to a Kanker again. Blaze giggles. Keith says, history doesn't always repeat, and the queens laugh.
I promise, I won't make my entrance line about card games.
The other queens laugh.
I'm Mai Valentine, the queen of the Harpy Ladies from New Domino City. And the current resident judge of Cartoon Drag Race, Toon World. Back on Season 1 I was out early. What, were you expecting me to say I was a finalist? I know the material is serving, but great things like me take time. I'm back on All Stars for redemption. To show that I'm so much more than one elimination. And then once I do that, I will also be leaving with the crown. I don't care if Blaney doesn't give it to me, I'll steal it if I have to.
Mai says she sees everyone has money this time. A couple of the queens cheer. Mai walks over and hugs Marie. Marie asks Mai if she got implants since Season 1, and Mai says, bitch, don't make me slap you. The queens laugh. Julie says someone needs to go home first, and Mai says that's Aelita's department, not hers. Aelita gently punches Mai in the arm and the queens laugh.
I'm seeing a lot of good face cards, even Marie has improved her makeup. She still resembles her sisters, but I think that's hard to hide.
This princess is ready for her coronation. Hello. I'm Sonia Nevermind, the heir to the Novosela Kingdom. And I last competed on Season 4. On Season 4, I was one of the most consistent queens. I was in the top a lot, and I even managed to win a challenge. But still, with as strong as I did, I wasn't able to reach the finale, and I was eliminated the final week of the competition. But at the finale, the fans voted me as who they predicted to be a future All-Stars winner. And so here I am, and I think I have a good shot at the crown.
Sonia greets the other queens. Mai says she's back already. Sonia says she didn't want to waste time getting her crown. Marie says she's confident. Sonia says she's ready for a challenge. Julie says she'll get one.
It's been like a week since the Season 4 finale. I do think Sonia has proven why she should be invited to All Stars. But a part of me also thinks I'd hesitate coming back right after my season aired. Because what if what was strong on your season is just okay on All Stars?
I'm worried talking to Sonia, she might be a bit overconfident. There are queens here who were as strong as she was on their original seasons, who have been waiting and growing for seasons for the opportunity to come back. It might be a tougher battle than she's expecting.
Prepare yourself, because this fly is here to spread the love. Hello bitches, I'm Flygon from Season 3. And don't be worried, I haven't grown a conscience. Back on Season 3 I started strong, but then I just didn't reach the same heights as the premiere. I sabotaged Lance's entire runway package without getting caught, then I sabotaged Mondo's dress. But unfortunately I got caught, and Blaney basically decided I was going home right there. But now I'm back, and I'm ready to play the innocent little fly up until it's too late for these girls.
Flygon flies over to the other queens. The other queens are gagged. Keith asks what Flygon is doing here. Flygon says she's here to win All Stars. Keith says but she's a cheater. Flygon says not anymore, she's not, because she has seen the error of her ways, and is now trying to walk the path Arceus intended. Keith says he doesn't believe her. And Flygon says he will when she starts spreading as much love around the workroom as possible. Aelita says stay away from my runways, and Flygon says she will earn their trust.
Listen, this is All Stars. If people think I'm up to no good, they'll send me straight home. But these casts are full of good people. So, my plan is to prey on their good nature and do this. I'm so good now. Can't you give me a second chance act? And once their guards are lowered, taken out with prejudice. I will reach that finale no matter what.
I don't buy a word of what Flygon is saying. First chance I get, she's out of here.
This is one race I wasn't going to miss. Hello, I'm Devin, from the Redonkulous race in Season 3 of Toon Madness. Back on Season 3, I was a bit messy. My performance every week was a roller coaster ride, but I pulled through, and now I'm standing here on All Stars. This season, I want a redemption for my drag. I'm bringing higher quality drag, better performances, and still a little mess. I can't say I'm not messy still, but I'm a competitor, and I'm ready to run this race.
The queens say hello to Devin. Devin notices Keith and says hi. Keith nods.
This is awkward. It looks like Keith isn't really over everything that happened on Season 3.
It's good to see Devin.
Blaze says we got a man in here. Devin struts down and some of the queens clap and cheer. Mai asks Devin if he's still with Carrie. Devin says he and her broke up again. Marie gets close to Devin and says that means he's single. Julie says wow, that was fast. Marie jokes that cankers work fast. Some of the queens laugh, and Devin says he's not looking for anything as he backs up.
Cause you're a legacy. I'm Julika Kufane. I was on Season 4 of Cartoon Drag Race Toon Madness, and I won the Favorite Queen award at the finale. Since I left on Season 4, my career has completely changed. I'm performing regularly. I've been writing music. It has felt like such a long time, even if the finale was like a week ago. I mean, my actual elimination was months ago, but it's felt like so much has happened since. I'm ready to give the performance you should have seen on Season 4.
Julika runs over and hugs Sonia. The queens welcome Julika to the workroom. Julika says it's been so long since she's been in here. Marie says what, like a week ago? The queens laugh. Aelita says she saw Julika get the award for favorite queen of her season. Blaze asks Julika if she's worried about disappointing her fans by bombing on All Stars. Julika says that's the risk they're all taking, isn't it? She adds that she can't say the thought hasn't crossed her mind, but she's spent her time working, and she only came back so soon because she felt she had something new to show. Julie asks what she's bringing this time. Julika says her music, and that she's been writing songs since her departure and performing them at drag bars across France.
I can tell Julika is confident, but like, is that going to be enough? I need to see her do something exciting first before I'm living just yet.
Now the other queens don't know this, but Julika has performed one of her songs in Katic not too long ago. I liked it. I tipped $5. She might be someone to watch out for in a girl group performance.
Roberta says it's time Blanley gave her her crown. It's Stoolben's own top diva, Roberta Tubbs, and I'm back all the way from Season 1 for the crown. Back on Season 1, I was an underrated threat. I won the very first challenge in Toon Madness Her Story, alongside Marinette Dupan Cheng. And I was a clear contender for the crown up until my unfortunate bottom 2 against Marie Kanker. She wiped the floor with me, and my dreams at winning the crown came to an end there. But they're alive again, and this time, I'm not leaving without that crown.
The queens welcome Roberta to the room. Roberta hugs Mai, Marie, and Aelita. Roberta then looks around, and asks if she's the only Miss Congeniality here. Julie says yes, Faramosa. The queens laugh. Roberta says Julie is predicting her future, and the queens laugh again. Sonia asks Roberta what she's done since her season, and Roberta says she released a single called Roberta Says. Mai says the flop single, and the queens laugh. Roberta is quiet for a moment, then says, yes, and? The queens laugh.
Okay, maybe Roberta Says wasn't a commercial success, but I'm not giving up on my music career. Also, I'm seeing a lot of faces I expected. Flygon is here too, somehow. That's a gag, I suppose.
Roberta Flops should be the title of her next single. She's not cut out for music, so she might as well lean into it. Like, all that potential from Season 1, wasted. I imagine she'll be gone by episode 4.
The top canker is back.
Oh no.
Of all the Season 4 girls, they chose her? You have got to be kidding me.
I'm going to have to publicly apologize after this season for May, aren't I?
It is I, May Canker. And you may call me the best canker. Get it, May? Back on season 4, I was robbed by Blaney's and Princess Allura's bullshit favoritism. But obviously, Blaney's boss put her in her place, and that's why I am here. I haven't grown since season 4, because perfection doesn't need to grow. My fans will meet me when they find me at the trailer park venue back in Peach Creek. I did make a new lipstick out of. You don't want to know.
The queens are staring at May with their jaws dropped. Sonia says she still hasn't fixed her makeup. Julika adds the smell. May says the smell is Julika's career. Aelita asks Marie if she knew her sister was coming. Marie shrugs and says she's not her sitter. May says they should quit now because the winner has arrived. Roberta says she suddenly is no longer worried about going home first, and the queens laugh. May tells Roberta she's still going home first because she's a dumb bitch. Roberta tells Marie to get her sister out of her face before she ends up medically evacuated.
I told May not to go on season 4, and I told her to wait for All Stars. Does she listen? No. I'll try not to make her look like a fool, but she's going to do that all herself.
So I'm seeing too much makeup, all body tea, but no personality. And an oversized fly. But where's the jokes? Where's the comedy? Me and Marie are going to dominate these girls. They won't know what hit them.
My queens, the stars are aligned. It's finally time for All Stars. Throughout these next 8 weeks, you will battle it out to reach the finale. So shall we get started? Flygon won the reading challenge.
If there's a reading challenge, I'm going to win it. I could tell Sonia was so frustrated she didn't win the reading challenge considering she won it on season 4. Well, you don't always get what you want, bitch.
Hello my queens, now don't all of you just look beautiful? Welcome to the very first season of Cartoon Drag Race Toon Madness All Stars. Each week, I will declare 2 of you the winners of the challenge, aka, the top 2 queens of the week. The top 2 queens of the week will then lip sync, and the winner of the lip sync will earn the power to give one of the bottom 2 queens the chop.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm here to compete. Bring on the wins. I'm here for the wins.
I need to win a challenge, because there are too many queens in my path to the crown.
Pretty please, Blaney, can I win that first challenge?
For your first Maxi Challenge, prior to your arrival here, you were asked to prepare a talent show performance which will be watched by me, Bill Anderson, and our extra special guest judge, RuPaul.
Oh shit, we're performing in front of RuPaul. Now is not the time to bomb.
Well, hello, anxiety. Well, I guess welcome back, anxiety.
Good luck queens, and don't fuck it up. Julika and Sonia are getting their stations set up. Julika asks Sonia what she's doing for the talent show. Sonia says she'll be doing a traditional dance from her home country. Julika says that sounds cool. Sonia thanks her, then she asks what Julika will be doing. Julika says she wrote a song, and she'll be doing an acoustic performance to it on the main stage.
I wrote a couple of songs after I was eliminated on season 4. The song I'll be performing tonight is called Our Legacy. It's a song I wrote about growing up. And I think it'll be a good way to show my growth since season 4.
Julie, Aelita and Blaze are showing each other their runways. Blaze asks the 2 what they're doing for the talent show. Julie says she will be practicing her pitching. The 2 look at her confused. Julie says her baseball pitching. They ask her how she'll make that work, and Julie says not to doubt her. Aelita says she'll be doing a DJ performance. Blaze says okay, and there's a moment of silence. Aelita glances at Blaze, then asks her what she's doing. Blaze says she'll be doing an interpretive dance to I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. Julie says okay, go off.
I'm doing an interpretive dance because it will give me options to have fun with the performance. If I can get Blaney and Bill laughing, that may just be what lands me the win.
Blaze says she's going to go spend time with Marie. Aelita asks if she's sure, since she'd also have to spend time with May Kia. Blaze says she's fine with that, also she came back to All Stars to make friends. Aelita and Julie are silent for a moment, but wish her luck. After Blaze walks off, Aelita turns to Julie and asks if she buys what Blaze said. Julie says not at all.
Blaze says she's here to make friends. I guess I might as well believe her if that's what she says.
Marie and May are preparing their runways. Marie takes one look at May's outfit, and tells May she's not going out on the runway in that outfit. May says she is, it's perfect. Marie is cut off when Blaze comes over and says how's it going ladies. May asks what the Kia cat is doing here. Blaze says she'd like to get to know them. May scoffs, but Marie tells her to play nice. Then she tells Blaze to take a seat. Blaze asks what they're going to be doing for the talent show. May says if Blaze wants to know, why doesn't she tell the whole workroom? May then walks off shouting about how she's going to be doing stand-up for her talent show. Marie tells Blaze not to stop her, she needs a break. Blaze tells Marie she'll be doing an interpretive dance to I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. Marie says she'll be doing a lip-sync to her original song, Canker Sore. Blaze says she didn't know Marie had an original song. Marie says she didn't until she needed a talent show number. Blaze laughs.
I fuck with Blaze. Only certain queens can match the canker level of crazy. I think we're going to get along this season.
Keith is working at his station when Flygon comes over. Keith asks Flygon what she wants. Flygon says she's a changed Pokemon, and she'd like to prove it to him. Keith says no. Flygon says she hasn't asked him anything yet, and Keith still says no. May comes over screaming that they should quit now because she'll be doing stand-up comedy for her talent show. Keith ignores her. May shouts at Keith to pay attention to her greatness. Keith continues to ignore her. Flygon tells May she thinks she's great. May shouts at Flygon to shut up, she's just a cheater.
May is so annoying. I know I said I wouldn't do anything shady too early, but I had to do something. Because I wasn't going to fly here and listen to this all season.
Flygon pulls May aside and says she'd like to make a peace offering. May asks why she should listen when Flygon isn't going to be here past the first episode. Flygon looks May in the eyes and says, poor thing, you don't know. The other queens are all talking about May being the first boot. May stares at her and says she's wrong. Flygon tells her she was just talking with Keith about it. She was trying to insist to give her a chance, but Keith kept insisting no. Flygon says if she falls into the bottom today, she's likely going home. May says she doesn't believe her. Flygon says she doesn't have to, but she has to think why Blaney would bring her back now, someone has to go home first. Flygon asks if it's out of the question that's why Blaney brought May back. May is quiet for a moment, then she just says fuck under her breath. May asks Flygon what she can do about it. Flygon says don't bother with the other queens, maybe focus on the challenge. After all, she wouldn't sabotage another queen, right? May has learned before that Blaney doesn't take too kindly to cutting up another queen's dress or spilling water on their runways. Flygon then quickly hugs May and says that she wouldn't do that anyway, because it would waste so much time of hers to just go and pester a queen from her season who might be gunning for her if they land in the top. To mess with them for so long, and so loudly and obnoxiously they could only think about you during the challenge. Maybe even forgetting to do their talent on stage. She doubles down that May wouldn't do that, because it would just be too cruel. May opens her mouth to speak, but Flygon quickly apologizes for wasting May's time. And says she better go work on her talent show. She then promises May that if she's in the top, she's safe with her, and quickly flies off.
Flygon's wrong. I'm not above messing with another queen, but she's also wrong. Not everyone is out for me. Marie has my back. And if Blaze is trying to cozy up to my sister, who's to say that ugly cat wouldn't want to be friends with the best of the Canker sisters?
Frankly, I don't care if she focuses so hard on another queen that it tanks her performance, or if she actually does good and tanks someone else. So long as she's not distracting me, she can stay another week for all I care. And I am not saving her if I land in the top. I'll drop the nice girl act before that happens.
May returns to Blaze and Marie, and May asks Blaze if she can talk to her in private. Blaze and Marie are surprised, but Blaze says sure. The two head over, and May starts crying on the spot. She tells Blaze that everyone hates her and everyone's going to choose her lipstick tonight if they get the chance.
Alright, I know she can be difficult, but she was still crying. And I did feel a little bad. Not that bad, but a little.
Blaze pulls May into a hug and tells her it will be alright. May thanks her and says she's glad someone here is willing to give her a chance. She'd like to not feel like she needs her sister in the top anytime she's in the bottom. Blaze says maybe she'll try not to give her a hard time, but she doesn't like how she treats the other queens. May says she's just trying to read, but it doesn't go over well. It's kind of become a bad habit of hers. Blaze is quiet for a moment and admits it can be hard to realize you haven't been coming across the way you intended. But you gotta just learn to accept it and try to grow from it. May says she appreciates Blaze for her kindness. She assures Blaze she's trying, but she just gets defensive. Blaze tells May if she ever needs to talk she'll listen.
Honestly, I did not imagine May would have been invited back. And I didn't think that of all the queens on this season, I'd relate the most to May Kanker. But I am seeing a different side to her, and I am here to make new friendships.
I made all that shit up. I don't care if these girls hate me. But if Blaze is dumb enough to buy that, then I'll be nice to her for now.
Sonia notices a tear in her runway out. Julika jokes that Flygon is already at work, and Sonia giggles. May comes over and asks Sonia how it feels to go home just before the finale. Sonia turns and says she's not the easy target she thought she was last time. May says Sonia is just as bad as her first episode. Sonia says she's got a challenge win and made top 4, both things May can't relate to because she's just a second boot. Julika asks May if she's a vampire, because she can't believe she hasn't looked in a mirror at least once by now. May tells Julika she forgot she was here. Julika rolls her eyes, and she says she's going to do her makeup. Julika starts to walk off. Sonia tells May if she wants a fight she's got one, and she assures her that when she lands in the top today like the all-star she is, and May isn't, she'll look forward to sending May home. May says we aren't holding back. Julika turns around and asks Sonia if she needs to start working on her makeup. Sonia says she's got good bone structure unlike May, and she can afford to waste some time fighting. Julika asks if she's sure, and Sonia says she's wanted to say this to May for a long time. Julika says have fun. Sonia tells May she is an energy leech. She takes joy from making others suffer. Because instead of doing something about her bad makeup, her bad fashion, and her startlingly mediocre at best talent, she settled for being nothing more than a mean girl. 'Cause easy attention was enough for her. And she will bomb this challenge, because she's still nothing more than the same girl who's riding her 2 more famous sisters' coattails. And that's all she'll ever be. May says Sonia is a spoiled princess who accepted the call to All Stars too soon, and she's going to discover what real drag looks like because she hasn't evolved as much as she's convinced herself she has. She adds she's never seen Blaney disrespect a queen like Sonia before, and it says so much that Blaney saw Emma's track record, Emma's lip sync, and still thought Emma was actually a superstar over her. And she's going to enjoy watching Sonia finally get the reality check she deserves, for being nothing more than a washed-up girl who peaked when they won their first challenge. The two continue screaming at one another.
I did my job. I started pushing Sonia's buttons, and she took the bait. Now, hopefully she'll be too distracted and bomb during the talent show. And that will get me another week in this competition.
Since season 4, I've regretted how I let May walk over me. She came for me when the premieres merged, and having just lip-synced for my life, May's words had a greater impact on me than I thought. But not this time, we are not on the same level.
I hope Sonia doesn't waste too much time on May. May's probably going home today anyway, and all she can do is distract us. Sonia, we don't have time for this.
Devin and Keith are doing their makeup in silence.
This is so awkward. I don't know what to say. Has Keith always been this quiet, or is he just uncomfortable sitting next to me?
Julika comes over and starts doing her makeup. She says hi to the boys. Devin asks Julika how it's going with May. Julika says she isn't giving her any attention, not until she proves she's more than an early out. Keith says she's an annoying one and the two laugh. Julika asks the two what they're doing for their talent show performances. Keith says he'll be juggling knives. The other two stop and stare at him. Devin asks if he'll be using actual knives, and Keith says yes. Julika says that sounds cool. Devin says he'll be doing a campy burlesque number. Julika asks if he has the body tea for that. Devin says he has a more masculine body tea, but he's got ideas. Keith says he hopes it works out. Devin is caught off guard, but he thanks Keith. The three continue to bond as they do their makeup.
Okay, that went surprisingly well. Maybe there is hope for me and Keith after all.
Welcome to the main stage of Cartoon Drag Race Toon Madness All-Stars. I'm your host, Blanley. Please welcome our resident judge, from Inside Out and Cartoon Drag Race vs. the World, it's Bill Anderson. Bill, are you ready for a star-studded showdown?
Oh please, I'm still in therapy from the last star-studded showdown I was in.
Well, your therapy, Bill, was our great television.
Speaking of which, she started it all. The host of Cartoon Drag Race. The mother of all cartoon drag, it's RuPaul.
I'm happy to be here, Blanley, and I am so glad to see another cartoon drag race reach the All-Stars level.
I can't believe I was beaten by Miss Piggy.
Neither can I.
We love you, Miss Piggy. This week, our All-Stars were tasked with preparing a performance for the All-Stars Star-Studded Talent Show. And on the runway, category is Extra Special Guest Judge Eleganza, a look you'd wear on the judges panel. Racers, start your engines, and may the best drag artist win. Devin, Roberta Tubbs, Blaze the Cat, My Valentine, Julika Kufane, and Ailita Stone slayed the challenge.
So, I go out and do my burlesque number, and I'm just making a fool of myself. I pull out cucumbers from my pants. I'm wearing these fake breasts, and one of them keeps popping out thanks to a spring. It has peaks and valleys, and I just keep the judges laughing.
So, it's me versus Devin tonight, the battle of burlesque. But I'm actually doing burlesque compared to whatever Devin did.
For my talent show, I did a tarot card reading. I predicted Bill's future of becoming my trophy husband, Blanley's future of finally being talked into competing on Drag Race, only to go home first, and RuPaul's future of killing all the other hosts as part of a ritual for immortality. It was all in good fun, and the judges couldn't stop laughing.
Keith, Flygon, Julie, and Sonia Nevermind had a great performance.
So, for my talent show performance, I lip-synced to my original song, Swat That Fly. I wanted to show my growth as a lip-syncer since season 3. And at my high point, I drop into a perfect split. I'd like to see these girls try and swat this fly.
I'm aiming to be in the top tonight. I want to leave no room for May to come for me. Which shouldn't be a problem, because she is definitely going to be in the bottom.
May Kanker and Marie Kanker had a good performance.
I was lip-syncing my song just fine. 10 out of 10 if I say so myself, at least. That was before my heel broke and I slipped. I got back up and finished the song, but I'm worried Blanley is going to count that against me.
I was hilarious. Blanley clearly didn't hate it, because she did laugh at my jokes. Although she didn't seem to care for my amazing lungs.
May was disjointed. At first, she had some really funny material. Then she starts calling us out for conspiring against her. We don't need to meet to know we're all obviously going to pick May's lipstick. Then she went on this weird tangent about how lung quality equals drag quality, and it got a few laughs here and there. But it was weird to say the least.
Category is Extra Special Guest Judge Eleganza. Flygon slayed the runway.
Why you gagging? I bring it to you every ball. I hope I actually get to bring it to the ball this season. This is a sandstorm dress inspired by the sandstorms back in Hone. The dress conches up, like a twister of oranges, browns, and reds. And it is stoned from top to bottom. And I know none of these other girls are going to compare tonight.
Devin, Blaze the Cat, Roberta Tubbs, Julika Kufane, Sonia Nevermind, Julie, and My Valentine had a great runway.
Now I am wearing a stunning red velvet dress. The trim is black encrusted with real rubies. I've got on a cone bra, and I've got a boa made of real ostrich feathers. No chicken feathers for me, bitch.
Keith, Marie Canker, and Aelita Stones had a good runway.
So, this is a dress made by bits and pieces from my closest friends back in Caddick. I've stoned this entire dress. And I promised them I would wear this on All Stars. I maybe shouldn't have made that promise, but I'm not breaking it either.
May Canker had a bad runway.
I look stunning. I look fabulous. No one can clock my mug, and anyone who tries is a goddamn liar.
Thank you, Queens. This was an exciting premiere. Before we start, I just want to say how proud of you I am. I have never judged a group of such strong queens before, and I suspect Mama Ru is here because this is my secret exam to see if I get replaced as a host. Thank you all for coming out here and representing Toon Madness. Now I've made some decisions. When I call your name, please step forward. Keith, Flygon, Aelita Stones, Julie, My Valentine, and Sonia Nevermind. The 6 of you are safe, and you may go untuck. The rest of you represent the tops and bottoms of the week.
So close, but I'm just safe. I really thought I had this one. Maybe it was my runway that held me back. This is going to be a really tough competition.
Now, we'll begin the judges' critiques. Starting first with Julika Kufane.
Julika, wow, you can sing, and you can perform. This is how you reintroduce yourself on the main stage. You left season 4 with something to prove, and tonight you're convincing me that you're a queen to keep an eye on. Great job tonight.
I will also commend you for avoiding the pitfall of just coming out on this stage with a guitar and singing into a microphone. Drag is a performance, and tonight you performed. I was very entertained.
Blaze the Cat. Blaze, the dancer of season 2. You do still live up to being one of the few queens who have ever outdone Yang Xiao Long in a lip sync. And tonight, you left no mistake on why. But what really sold your performance tonight was your comedy.
When you ripped off your costume to reveal a Bill Anderson t-shirt, then proceeded to put on a fake mustache, and humped the air all whilst making direct eye contact with Bill. I have to say, I was laughing the entire time. I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
I may send you a restraining order, but you impressed us tonight. And I hope that makes the restraining order worth it. Great job.
Roberta Tubbs.
Body oddy oddy, tonight, it was a battle of the burlesque. And you, Roberta, served us a nice glass of iced body tea.
Also, this runway, stunning. Roberta, your evolution from season 1 is a sight to behold. I'm looking forward to whatever you do going forward. Great job tonight. Marie Canker.
Now Marie, I think you did a good job tonight. But I have to admit there were issues. Normally I would try to avoid docking a queen for heel breaking. But tonight, everyone is on their best behavior. And a single misstep like that is going to hurt hard in this season.
I also want to critique the song. I felt it wasn't as strong or interesting as some of the other originals we got tonight. And I think you could have chosen something that better represented your abilities.
I don't claim to be a songwriter. I wrote that song the week I got the call.
I wish you hadn't told us that, because it does read like a song you wrote within a week. Marie, you've clearly got a lot of talent, but you have to remember to focus on what's going to put you forward the best. This song was not that.
May Canker.
I have seen season 4 of Toon Madness, and I warn you not to talk back to me, because I will not stand for it. May Canker, I do want to start off by saying, you did have jokes, you didn't bomb completely. Your reads on the judges and other queens were funny at first. Where you started to lose me was when we moved past that point.
When you called out the other queens for gunning for you. Save that for Untucked in the workroom. If you're going to bring it to the stage, you gotta make it funny.
To be honest, I liked the call out regardless of if it was funny. You said that with your whole chest and I respect it. But then you had your whole rant about your lung capacity, and I was checking my watch during that to see how much longer before I could tell you to get off the stage. Plus, you haven't improved your mug since season 4. I know you feel very confident in your makeup skills and fashion sense, but I do recommend taking more risks. You got to keep evolving and growing, and it would be good for you to try new things. And finally, Devin.
Devin, you're so funny. That was ridiculous. I love when a queen just comes out here and has a great time. The reveals, the comedy breastplate, the cucumbers. Everything was just perfect.
By any chance, what did you do with those cucumbers?
You'll have to find out backstage.
I just might.
Devin, I wasn't sure about you coming into this season. I knew you had potential. I saw it back on season 3. But not every queen lives up to their potential. But Devin, I am satisfied. And tonight, with almost everyone giving a performance that would easily win a talent show on any other season, that's a pretty great feat. Great job tonight. Alright, I've made some decisions. Devin. Blaze the cat. Congratulations, you are the top 2 queens of the week.
I feel so accomplished. I just won my very first challenge ever on Toon Madness.
Yes, I still got it. Did you underestimate me? It's a mistake to underestimate me.
Marie Canker. May Canker. I'm sorry my dears, but you are the bottom 2 of the week. I will now give you time to deliberate with the top 2 queens. The rest of you may go untuck.
So May, why should I keep you over Marie?
I'll save you the trouble. I know you and pretty much everyone else in here have an agreement to pick my lipstick. You don't have to pretend you're keeping me. What I will say is that I have something to prove, in a way my sister doesn't. I've got no one in this game, and if you save me, I'll be loyal to you for the rest of this season.
Well, I haven't heard of any agreement by anyone to eliminate you first. But anyways, how do I know I can trust you to actually keep your word?
Well, I know for a fact everyone has an agreement to eliminate me. But you can trust me because I have no one else in this competition aside from my sister, and one of us is going home tonight. There are a lot of things I am not above, but I would never betray my sister. You can count on my loyalty being returned.
Well, thank you, May. You have given me a lot to think about.
I am actually sad about tonight's results. No matter what, tonight will be a robbery, even if I stay. Marie and I have so much more to show, and it sucks that one of us will be sent home first while half of these girls are going to just waste their spot on this season.
So Marie, I do feel like we really bonded in the workroom today.
I do too. I'm honestly surprised you seemed a bit stuck up back on season 2 if I'm being honest.
Rude, but true. I went a bit crazy that season. Now, why should I keep you?
Well, honestly, you should keep me because I have more to show, and we've become friends. I think the 2 of us have something good going, and if we were to unite, the other queens wouldn't know what hit them.
That is a tempting option. Why are you the correct choice over your sister?
Well, if I'm being honest, May isn't ready for All Stars. She's got talent, but she hasn't honed it. She hasn't put it into anywhere productive. And I think even if she stays, it wouldn't be for long. Whether it be her talent or her attitude getting her sent home. I know I'm being a bit harsh about May, but she just needs more time. She'll find her footing, she just needs time. And time is the one thing you don't have on All Stars.
Oh, well, thank you, Marie. I've got a lot to think about.
I do really like you, Blaze.
I like you as well. I didn't like the way Marie put May down. She's got her problems, but the thing she needs most is support, not ridicule.
So, Marie, I've spoken with your sister. She is honestly very loyal to you. She refused to badmouth you.
That's true love right there, Devin. We can say whatever truths to each other's faces. But it's with love, and you can't come between us as sisters.
I do respect that.
Listen, I know my sister can be really messy. But I really love her, and believe in her.
As someone who is messy, I do appreciate it. So Marie, why should I keep you tonight over your sister?
Because to be honest, May isn't yet polished enough for this competition. I am in the bottom tonight because my heel broke. May is in the bottom because she couldn't edit out the bad jokes from the great. We've both got more to show, but between the 2 of us, I think I have a better chance of reaching that top spot.
Now your sister did promise to return the favor if I were ever to land in the bottom.
So, she's making deals?
She is. Should I believe her? And would you be willing to keep me should the positions be reversed?
Now I have a hard decision to make. Do I say May was telling the truth? If I say yes, then I defend my sister, but if Devin wants to play it shady, he will then pick my lipstick. If I say no, then I'm throwing May under the bus. I think May would be willing to keep her word, but that means she'd have to win a challenge. And you want to keep the people who will win challenges close to you. And I don't need to play it shady, you scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours.
Thank you, Marie. Now I don't know if I can trust either of the Kanker sisters. On one hand, the fair thing might be to pick May's lipstick. I know she's been getting on the other queen's nerves, and I have a hard time seeing her getting a win. But I also have a chance to cut Marie off before she can start building momentum. This is a big responsibility.
Well, if it isn't my favorite cat in the top.
It's always nice to be appreciated. Now may I need to ask you this since I asked your sister, why should I keep you tonight?
I should stay because I have more to prove. No one's going to be questioning Marie's talent should she go home now. I'm a fierce diva, and it's my time to shine. Also, I felt we really connected today in the workroom.
It's interesting you bring that up. I do really feel I've seen a different side to you that no one else in this competition has. I do think we ended on a positive note about growing from our mistakes. On the main stage you did seem to go back on that and called the other queens out for wanting to eliminate you.
I am honestly very afraid the other girls would eliminate me. I did think about what you said, but it's hard to get out of that place. Or something like that.
Do you think you would try to be harder to be nicer to the other queens if I kept you tonight? I don't want to keep you if you're just going to start fighting with the other girls. And I think it would be good for you to start mending fences in this competition. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
I'd do anything to stay, believe me.
Thank you, May. I've got a decision to make now.
All I can hope is Blaze is gullible enough to buy that.
I do like May, but I'm not sure I can use this competition to get her to change. It's hard, because I want to see her grow. But I know she's probably right, the other queens do probably want to see her go home. I'm even less sure of what I am going to do now. I've went ahead and made my decision, and I'm ready to fight for it. Let the consequences fall where they may.
I wasn't expecting this to be so hard. You don't just got to consider who you do and don't like. You got to think about what will help you move forward in this competition.
Two queens stand before me. Prior to tonight, you were asked to prepare a lip-sync performance to The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston. Ladies, this is your chance to impress me, earn a cash tip of $10,000, and the power to give one of the bottom queens the chop. The time has come for you to lip-sync for your legacy. Good luck, and don't fuck it up. Devin had a great lip-sync. Blaze the cat had a good lip-sync. I've made my decision. Devin. You're a winner, baby. Blaze the cat, you're safe to slay another day, you may step to the back.
I not only won my first challenge ever, I won $10,000. This is such a great moment. I'm so happy. Things could not have gone any better.
Will the bottom two please step forward? With great power comes great responsibility. Devin, please reveal, whose lipstick have you chosen?
I honestly didn't imagine how difficult of a decision this would be. But I thought it through, and I asked who I would regret not eliminating now. And that's why I chose May.
As it is written, so it shall be done. May Kanker, you do have so much potential. Please take my advice, and when you're ready, come back and slay this competition. Now, sashay away.
I want to say I hate you all. But some of you are very real talents. Except for Sonia.
Now, do you approve, Rue?
I think you've got a sickening cast of all-stars here, Blaney. And I cannot wait to see how this turns out.
Thank you. And queens, the competition has only just begun, and it's already the fiercest season yet. Don't hold back now, because it's neck and neck. Now you may go untucked. Sonia cheers that the beast is gone. Most of the queens laugh. Blaze is quiet and Marie is glaring at Sonia. Sonia tells Marie not to glare at her, and Marie asks her if she's supposed to be happy her sister's gone. Sonia says yes because that means she's still here. Marie rolls her eyes. Julie tells the queens they got some queens to congratulate. The queens congratulate Devin and Blaze for winning the challenge, and Devin for winning the lip sync. Keith tells Devin he gave a great lip sync. Roberta says she's jealous of Devin. Devin asks why, and Roberta tells him she knows he won, but she refuses to accept that because in her mind she's the only queen who can win challenges. She then flips her hair. There's a moment of silence before the queens burst into laughter. Roberta says she's allowed to be delusional, and Mai's laughing so hard she slips off the couch. The queens continue asking, and Julie asks what the hell is in Mai's drink. Mai says 100 milliliters of charisma, uniqueness, nerve and talent. The queens keep laughing for a full minute before Julika notices Blaze as being quiet. Julika asks Blaze what's wrong. Blaze says nothing. There's some glances around Untucked, and Keith asks Blaze whose lipstick she chose. Blaze is quiet, then says she's not going to reveal. The queens stare at her confused, and Mai asks Blaze why she won't reveal. Blaze says she doesn't need to reveal. Julie and Aelita slowly turn to look at Marie, who is glaring at Blaze. Marie tells Blaze to reveal the lipstick. Blaze says no. A producer tells Blaze she has to reveal the lipstick. Blaze says fine, and after a minute of hesitation, she slowly reveals Marie's lipstick. Roberta gasps. Marie smirks, and says, so it's going to be like that. Blaze says she thought about it a lot and she really did think they connect. Marie cuts her off saying they clearly didn't. Blaze says to let her finish, but she ultimately could really relate to May's struggles of trying to grow out of bad habits. And she believed that May deserved support, and not ridicule. Marie calls Blaze a bitch, and says she has no place judging her relationship with her own blood sister. Blaze says Marie clearly is too busy calling out all of May's faults while she struggles to get over her bad habits. Marie tells Blaze it's none of her business, and tells her to stop psychoanalyzing her. She clearly doesn't know what she's talking about, and she clearly doesn't know what it means to be a canker sister. Marie then gets up and throws her drink in Blaze's face. Julika gasps. Blaze then stands up, and Aelita then gets up to pull Marie back while Julie and Roberta hold Blaze back as the two are screaming at each other. Eventually Marie says she's done with this, she's got a competition to win. She then storms out of Untucked. The rest of Untucked is silent, as the queens enjoy their drinks.
It's coming, the darkness is coming, we need to prepare before it's too late.